Lamb curry or mutton curry. I'm using leg of lamb, no bone, just all meat in there. This is absolutely delicious. It's super tender, it's spicy, it's Indian. What else can I say? Welcome back to How to Cook Great. So we're going to start this one today by making a curry powder, a fresh curry powder. So I've got 1 teaspoon of black peppercorns, 4 green cardamoms, 4 cloves, 2 teaspoons coriander seeds, 2 teaspoons cumin seeds, and as you can see there, I've got some dried red chilli, 1, 2, 3 and a bit. What we're going to do is get them in a dry pan, give them a little roast, grind them up. We're going to add a couple more things to that to make our powder. So I've got a small skillet here, dry. I'm going to drop all of those in. We're on a below medium heat. What we want to do is we just want to toss them around in there. They'll start to smoke a little bit. Probably just going to take 2 minutes. Okay, off goes the heat. So it's just starting to smoke a little bit and a few little pops and crackles. Very simply, set that aside. I'll show you what to do next. So there's our hot toasted seeds there. And next to that, I've got a teaspoon of salt and a teaspoon of turmeric. Now, if you were just making just curry powder, don't put the salt in, just put the turmeric in. But because we're going to add this straight to our meat, you can add the salt now. What we're going to do is get that in a grinder, grind it to a powder. Okay, so I've got a coffee grinder here. I mean, every single Indian home has got one of these. Not for coffee, but for this purpose. We use it for both, obviously, here. Going to grind that up, get it going until it's a nice powder. Okay, and there you go. A really nice, fine, beautiful, fresh curry powder there. Delicious stuff. So in this bowl here, I've got 1 kg or just over 2 pounds of lamb. I'm using leg of lamb. There's no bone in it at all. It's all just nice meat, a little bit of fat. Now the way we're going to do this today is we're going to be adding the curry powder now. Sometimes you'll see me cook the lamb and then add the curry powder. We're going to do this method today. So in goes all of our curry powder. And then I've got some oil there. I'm using a sunflower oil. You could use a different oil if you want. There's just under half a cup there. You can see I've got a glove on. We're going to go in and give this a little mix, and then we're going to go to the cooker. Okay, so in there I've got a tablespoon of oil, the same oil. I mean, coconut oil will be really nice in this as well if you want to use that. We're going to drop in some curry leaves. Now a lot of you can't get these. These are fresh curry leaves. They're absolutely wonderful, got a really incredible flavor. If you can't get them fresh, try and get them dried. There is nothing else. I get lots of questions asking, is there anything to replace it? No, it's a very unique flavor. If you can't get them, just skip this part. We're just going to go, I'm just on a medium heat. We're going to go just for a minute or so. They're really going to infuse the oil there. We're now going to take our lamb and it's going to go in. Now don't have the heat up too high now, medium heat only. We want to go for about 7 or 8 minutes, and I'm going to be stirring fairly often. Beautiful stuff. Now you can hear and see that we're not going crazy heat-wise. What we're going to do now is add 2 cups of onions, red onions sliced, and we're going to go for about another 5 minutes, again on this kind of fairly gentle heat. Now this is really looking like something. Really cook those onions down in this. Next up, we're going to add a tablespoon of ginger garlic paste. Ginger garlic paste is a 50-50 mix of ginger and garlic. You can buy it in many stores depending on where you live, or like us, you can make it. Just blend it up. We add a little bit of oil to our one. Some fresh chili. The amount's up to you. I've got 4 kind of small red chilies there. And then we're going to add 2 cups of fresh tomatoes. Try and use a nice ripe juicy tomato if you can. And again, staying on this medium-ish heat, nothing too high, We're going to go for about 6 or 7 minutes actually. What we want is those tomatoes to really break down. Give it a stir every now and then. So you can see that the tomatoes have broken down really nicely. Looking fabulous. Next up, we're going to add 2 cups of water. Going to put that on a simmer and we're going to let it go for 15 to 20 minutes. Give it a stir every now and then. We're nearly there. Delicious. Okay, so that kind of 15 minutes or so just ensures that the meat's going to be really tender. I've now turned the heat up to maximum, really high now, and we're going to go for about 4 to 5 minutes. It's going to evaporate out, thicken up, and you can just kind of stop where you like. I mean, you could eat it like this if you want, but I just want to kind of get a kind of bit of thickness on it. Okay, off goes the heat. That's like 4 or 5 minutes. It's thickened up there nicely. I mean, you can go a bit more if you want, but that's a great consistency for me. 2 more things. We're going to add now a nice pinch of garam masala powder or 2. Garam masala powder is like a finishing spice. That's the stuff there. It's a blend of different things. And then we're going to go for some fresh cilantro or coriander, maybe about half a cup. In that goes. Give that a mix. Check it for salt. It's great for me. That is an absolute beauty. So with rice or with roti or chapati or paratha, some bread, that is delicious. It's super tender. Yeah, bit spicy. Delicious stuff. Hope you enjoyed that. Keep safe, keep well, and I'll see you soon. Lots of love. Well done for making it to the end of the video. I really appreciate it. I appreciate all of you that follow the channel on a regular basis. You know who you are. There's loads of you. Give us a thumbs up. Leave us a comment. I do actually try and get back to everyone who leaves a comment for me. Subscribe to the channel. All that good stuff. Keep safe. Keep well. Lots of love.